Today's seminar has to do with something very critical. It is based on a real need that you, myself, and everyone else has. And that's the need for variety. Variety. Your brain, you have a huge, large brain. Probably it's the largest brain in all of evolution as far as I can tell. And this brain needs to be stimulated. It requires inputs that stimulate the neural pathways, that opens up new pathways and opens up synapses to bring blood, to bring nourishment to other parts of the brain, to activate the creative parts of your brain. You have a need for variety, novelty, stimulation, something different. You have a need for change. That's what makes us human. Who's responsible for your boredom? Boredom is a signal. It's a sign. It's a warning. It comes along and says, hey, you need to take responsibility for your existence and your life and your boredom, and you need to do something about it. You need to take action. Now, boredom may be something many people have more than many other people. Some people don't have any boredom in their lives. I've never taken a survey, so I don't know. I know there have been a couple times in my life where I experienced boredom. Listen to this story, it's strange. I was living in Florida at the time. I had a burgeoning, beautiful, magnificent psychotherapy counseling practice. It was a community of wonderful people, growing, feeling, getting in touch with deep stuff, curing, healing. I had a house on an acre of property, a volleyball court, a swimming pool, exercise equipment, a garden, basketball court. I had everything. I also had another property with another swimming pool. I owned 2 properties with swimming pools. My life was going absolutely great, except for one thing. I kept doing the same thing over and over again, even though I was doing it in different ways. But it wasn't enough to warn me against that signal that came up in my brain, in my feeling, emotional state that said, hey, I'm bored here. There was also things that were lacking in the environment, in the place where I was living, and I was living in paradise. I needed something different. I needed a different environment. I needed variety. I needed change. And the opportunity came. I moved out of what I considered a place that I loved, but I eventually became bored with it. And I moved to California. It didn't mean I cured my boredom. It would come up sooner or later. But boredom is in your life to teach you something. It taught me something. It said to me, you cannot tolerate the same things happening over and over again in your life. You cannot tolerate, I cannot tolerate repetition of the same things at the same level. There's a requirement for a change, a stimulation, an input. And I was reminded of this because I'm also a professional musician, but I don't play for money. I play for joy and pleasure. I had memorized many, many songs. I got bored with them. Some of the songs are the greatest songs ever written and played, but you keep doing them over and over again, I got bored. So I had to take time off and come back and replenish them, rejuvenate them. My wife has the same thing. She goes to work, she's an executive secretary. She has to keep herself stimulated with novel things so that she can enjoy her work environment. She takes responsibility. With my music, I had to infuse new music, new creativity into my music to stimulate me. I needed something different, something novel. Creativity is the cure. Change is the cure. Remobilization is the cure. Rejuvenation, re-energizing yourself, motivating yourself, getting yourself to move. Looking at the things in your life that are too much alike. Sameness. They need a transfusion. Nothing lasts forever, and there is a disruption. And the disruption calls for change. In your life right now, what are you getting too used to? What's being repeated over and over again and losing its zest, its vitality, its energy, its challenge, its beauty, its fun, its zest, its humor? What's going on in your life that isn't changing and you're becoming habituated to it? Look at this in your life. It's going to happen sooner or later, and you will need to infuse yourself with change. You need novelty. You need variety. It's a human need. Get busy. Be prepared. The time is coming when you've gotten too used to something and it's starting to wear out and wear thin. Take a deep breath. Look at what you're tired of. Open your mind to something new. You have to move physically, intellectually, emotionally, and spiritually. You have to move. Good luck. Overcome any tendency towards boredom. Remember, you have a real need for change, variety, novelty, stimulation. You need something new, something that lifts you up to a higher level, something that opens you up to new possibilities and new realms of consciousness. Your brain needs experiential food. Good luck.